Okay, well, good morning, everyone. I've got 9:02, so we'll go ahead and get started. It's another wonderful, cold and breezy day here at Health Plan Markets. It's January 23rd, 9:02. Thank you guys for taking time to be on the call live this morning. Really appreciate it. And as a reminder, we do have our YouTube channel as well. So if you're seeing a client or you're in a meeting and you'd prefer to, catch up on these calls, you can go out to our YouTube channel, just type in Health Plan Markets. You should find us there, and then subscribe. And if you want to be notified when the video comes out, go ahead and click the bell button there too. So just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. We are trying to keep everybody here live as much as possible because you're going to get the information first. So could help you in a sale or two, and that's why you want to do that. So our mission here is to improve the lives of our community with affordable health care. Thank you for being a part of that mission. And we've got to continue to improve on ourselves. So in order to do that, we are got to keep one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field at all times. So we've got training. Yes, we do. Here it goes. So today on our training calendar and every morning at 8:30, we've got our Medicare shop training. Those of you that are utilizing the quote and enroll tool for Medicare Advantage, thank you very much. That is an excellent source in order to ensure that you've got one platform for all of your enrollment needs. And we have a rolling training there every morning at 8:30. It's self-service, so you can jump on that if you need it. At 10 o'clock today, Aetna's doing their webinar called Selling in the 2020s. So been pretty impressed with Aetna's trainings most recently. So if you're interested in jumping on that one, that's today at 10. Just go out to the calendar and the link is there. Cigna is doing DSNP training today at 2 o'clock, so you can jump in that. United Healthcare has virtual office hours available at 4 o'clock. They're also doing that throughout the week as well, so I'll share that with you in just a moment. So if you have questions, comments, concerns about United Healthcare, you can jump into that training at 4 o'clock. Moving over to tomorrow, the 24th, 8 o'clock, we've got Chat with Al. So if you have questions in general about the industry or how to improve yourself as an agent, Mr. Al Clancy is available at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you can jump on that one. We also have the Cigna virtual office training. They're doing that again for Medicare. That's at 9 o'clock tomorrow. There's a couple of those happening throughout the week. The other one that I see is on Wednesday at 12:30 for Cigna office hours for Medicare. So, if you have questions about Cigna, they are growing year over year. So definitely pay attention to that. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, you got Devoted. They're doing a Medicaid lookup training and other tools for Medicaid. Check that out. That's going to be very, very helpful, especially as we're going into lock-in. That's tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Also at 3 o'clock, if you're new to Humana or you're just a new agent in general, Humana is doing a training at 3 o'clock. So even if you're a little rusty with Humana, it might be a good training to be at. That's tomorrow at 3. Moving on to Wednesday at 2 o'clock, you've got Humana doing dental and vision training. It's a great supplement. The ability to add additional products to your client base is very important. In fact, it helps with retention. So it's a proven fact that if you have 2 or more products with the same member, that your retention rate doubles. So it's very, very important that you think about that if you have 2 or more products with a member. So these products specifically with Humana are also available for seniors, which is somewhat rare for dental, but you do have that you can tack on to their care plan as you will. And training for that is on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Moving over to Thursday, Devoted's doing their coffee and chat session at 11:30, and then they're doing that Medicaid lookup training again at noon, so you can do that, and they'll be able to help you with your Medicaid. Thursday at 2 o'clock, Humana is doing the spending account card. There's a webinar on that. This one would probably be the highlight of the week because this has really been a trend most recently is these spending account cards. Specifically, Humana had a little bit of a hiccup with launching this program earlier this year, but it seems like everything's kind of, falling into place here. But if you have any folks that are on Humana or you're selling Humana, this is a great feature. And a lot of folks are calling, asking about these spending account cards. and it gives them some flexibility in, helping improve their healthcare. So check that out Thursday at 2:00. That's the Humana Spending Account Card webinar. Also on Thursday, a little bit of fun. IMA, if you're in the Orlando, Central Florida area, IMA and Devoted have gotten together to do an engagement event at Blue Martini. So this is like a happy hour fun session. It's going to be at 6:00 on Thursday. So if you need to cut loose a little bit and meet some provider groups, hint, hint, this is a great event to be at. So if you're working with IMA in the Central Florida area, they're a very, very strong provider group in this market and can definitely help you grow your book of business. And then moving over to Friday, we've got Devoted doing that Medicaid lookup training again. That is at 9:00 on Friday morning. And United Healthcare has got another virtual office session at 3:00 on Friday. So that is the training for the week. Just keep in mind that we've got to keep one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field at all times. That's how we're able to help our members be as healthy as possible. So thank you for doing that. As a reminder, we do have the support unit available. Our team is available per chat. So if you go out to joinhpm.com, you can see our chat feature there on the bottom right corner. Check that out. You can also send an email to support@askhpm.com, or you can shoot us a text message or phone call at the 844 number. You guys should all have that. It's usually at the bottom of all of our emails. And you can give us a call or text at that number, and we're happy to help. Wanted to share something cool with you. United Healthcare has put out a member-facing application for your phone, so an app. So in the App Store in Google for Android and Apple, you can download a member-facing app. And in this app, I think it's really great because, number one, members have self-service items that they can take care of here in their application or in their app on their phone. So things like accessing their ID card because maybe they lost it, or looking up a doctor, or viewing their claims. They also have help on demand, so they can actually chat with somebody from United Healthcare, which is really helpful. So there's your claims, there's your ID card. You can also see a provider search. So if they're looking for a specific doctor, the member can look up their doctors on their own. Remember, this could save a phone call for you. I'm sure you would appreciate that. And they can save their medications, find urgent care, and things like that. Really great features on a carrier-facing, client-facing site here. And it's available on the App Store too for Apple. All you Apple fans out there, you have this as well. If you're not a United Healthcare member, you may not be able to access this, but you can promote this to your members because it could save them a phone call to either United Healthcare or you. So show them how to use it. You can help them download it when you're at the appointment, set it up for them once they get their member ID card. And it's just another touch point to really hone in and build that relationship with your members. So I just thought this was a pretty cool little thing that I wanted to share with you guys because this could really help quite a few folks, as they're going through their journey on healthcare. Want to give a quick update on the Jamaica trip. We are solidifying our travel arrangements. We have set the dates for the contest winners here. We're going the last week of April. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be April 28th through May 4th. I'm going to just double check that. But what we want to do is, if you are interested at all in going in the trip, please send us an email to support@askhpm.com. Even if you were not eligible for the actual contest winnings, just if you're interested in joining us, we're going to have a group discount as well. But I want to make sure that that we at least have that set up. So the trip dates are April 28th through May 4th. So leaving the 28th, coming back on May 4th. And so those are the dates. We'll be in Jamaica. We're at the Hyatt Ziva at Rose Hall. It's an all-inclusive 7-day, 6-night trip. if you include the travel dates as well. And we're really excited to have any and everyone that's interested in. So we are trying to ensure that we have everyone that's going to be going on this trip. We need a confirmation by the end of this week. Friday, 6 p.m. is the deadline to let us know if you're going or you're not. So we need to set this in order to set the rooms, in order to create the travel arrangements, in order to ensure that everything is in place. So we need to know if you're going by this Friday at 6 p.m. So this Friday actually would be, let me take a look at that. That would be the 27th by 6 p.m. Please let us know if you are going on the trip. So if you're halfway interested in it, just shoot us a note and we'll have some details on the travel arrangements and how we're going to do that. So again, April 28th through May 4th, I'm getting a lot of questions on that. I know some of you have transferred points in and out and up and down. So we just need to get that all wrapped up before Friday, January 27th at 6 p.m. No exceptions after that, please. It's going to be very difficult to change these arrangements. We need to know if you're going or you're not by this Friday at 6 p.m. So thank you guys for your attention on that, because we do want to ensure that that is taken care of. Okay, shifting gears, let's talk about the CRM system this morning, Spark platform. Again, if you don't have the CRM set up, please let us know. You can shoot us an email or text or phone call, as we discussed earlier, that you're interested in getting this set up. But I do want to talk about a couple of features on here that you may have either assumed or maybe looked over, because in the fine print, this was all part of the agreement on signing up with the CRM system. So I want to make sure that this is absolutely clear on what's happening with your account. So let's talk about a couple of features here. The CRM itself, the software itself, we will set you up with it at no cost. There is no cost to have the CRM system, to use the CRM system to manage your services. Now, that's the base level. So you can sign up for the CRM system, but there's also additional services that you can opt in or opt out of as well. One of them being the member services. Member Services is a call center unit that we have partnered with Spark to help you manage your client interactions. This is your support ticket in general. And so your support ticket, you would go over to support, and specifically, let's say that you had a member that called you about maybe an issue with a bill. So you would open up a support ticket, and there's several ways. We covered that on the last call. But you would create a support ticket, and the support ticket would just check the beneficiary's information here. You would click continue. And then in this instance, we're looking for billing support because she got a bad bill in the mail or something like that. What plan, what policy is it associated with? And then you're going to click continue, and you're going to enter that issue. So whatever it is, she got a bill from the hospital. If you have a copy of the bill, if they sent you a picture, you can actually attach it here. So that really helps. Provider name, contact information, and anything there. So once you hit save, that actually goes to a member service team member at Spark, and they will reach out to your member. They will reach out to the provider. They will reach out to the carrier on your behalf to help you resolve these issues. Now, in my opinion, this is groundbreaking. It's amazing. It's like having a virtual assistant for you at no cost, but you do have to opt into the service. So if you're wondering, hey, why don't I have the support? Because you need to opt in. Just a couple of things to be clear on this. These folks are not licensed. They are unlicensed. So this is one thing that we've done to protect your business. They cannot enroll anybody. They can't benefits. They can't do a lot of things, but they are allowed to call with your member on the phone, because we've gotten some back end authorizations from each of the carriers for these member services folks. With your permission, because of the opt-in, we can discuss issues and help with member services on behalf of the health plan and on behalf of you. So this isn't to replace you, because I've gotten that, well, what are we going to do? This is for you to take some of that weight off your shoulders. let's say, right now it's customer service season until pretty much March, the end of March. You're going to have a lot of member issues, people not getting their ID cards, people getting bills in the mail, prescriptions not covered, misunderstood benefits, prescription drug questions. All of these features eat up a lot of your time. So what Spark has done is when you go to your homepage, one of the key performance metrics is how much time they're saving you with this support unit, okay? So in this example on the demo I'm sharing with you, you've got, this agent is saving 84 hours already this year just on member services issues. It looks like just specifically from the dashboard here, you can see that provider searches eat up a lot of time, billing issues. Plan research is being sunsetted, so that's going to start to go away. Appointment setting is really big. So if your member needs to get an appointment at their dentist or schedule transportation to get to the cardiologist, all of these things that your members might call for eats up a lot of your time. And that takes away from your time focusing on prospecting and doing events, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. And so this additional service needs to be opted into. When you first sign up for Spark, you will be asked, would you like to opt into member services? Okay, so there's no additional cost for member services, but you do have to opt in. Okay, so you've got the CRM layer, which is basically the software itself and how you digitally manage your members. You've got the member services layer, which is the additional support unit that is in a call center, helping to manage your members and their issues. And then we're going to talk about a third layer, which is a cost. And I'm getting a lot of questions on this too. So the third layer is handwritten cards. Okay. Now, those of you that joined Spark early, you were able to experience the incredible power of their AEP campaign. And just very quickly, 20,000 foot view here. What happened is when you opted into Spark, in AEP, Spark on your behalf created a postcard with your picture, your name, your phone number, and your return address, and mailed these postcards to each one of your members saying, hey, it's that time again, AEP is coming up, and we need to know if you're happy with your plan. And if you're not happy with your plan, please take this survey. Now, on the postcard, they have the call to action to either scan a QR code and complete the survey online, or they can call member services if you've opted in. They can call member services and do the same survey over the phone. Okay, so if they're not tech survey or tech savvy, they could take that survey by QR code, or if they're not, they can just call that number. Now, if you don't have member services set up, that phone number is going to go back to you. Okay, so if that's what you prefer, you can do that. These postcards are no cost to you. So the AEP campaigns are no cost to you. Okay, these surveys are no cost to you. The QR code, the forms, everything that links into the CRM system, there is no cost for those particular mailers that are set up for AEP. Now, there is one mailer that there is a cost to, and I just want to remind folks, because you guys are starting to get invoices now, okay? And that is the handwritten birthday card campaign. When you first signed up for Spark, you were able to opt into member services, and you were also able to opt into handwritten birthday cards. Now, in my opinion, if you have a serious book of business, I would say 200, 300, 400 members, the handwritten birthday cards is an exceptional service and an amazing feature that allows you to touch base with your members and in a high quality way, in a world-class way, and ensuring that they get their birthday card either the day before their birthday or on their birthday. Okay, so Spark has created this entire automated system where when your members are having a birthday and they're coming up, if you have opted into it, you can have them send a handwritten card. Now, the service that they use in order to create these handwritten cards is called Handwritten. Pretty straightforward. So this morning I looked on their website and I was just saying, okay, well, what's the cost for these handwritten cards? as of January, Spark charges $2.25 per card. This is required because Spark does not run this particular campaign. You are running it through Spark, and they have a corporate discount of $1 per card, which is amazing. So if you go out to Handwritten, you'll see that the pricing and plans, they start at $3.25. So if you went on your own and you hired Handwritten to write handwritten birthday cards for your clients, it would cost you $3.25. Spark is only charging you, the agent, $2.25 per card. Okay. Now, if you're getting an invoice from Spark, it is because of these handwritten cards. You have opted in, at some point, you have opted in to have these handwritten cards sent out on your member's birthday. Okay. Now, if you decide later down the road, hey, you know what? I really don't want to pay for this right now, or I'm already doing this individually, or I want to take over this, then you can opt out of the handwritten cards. You can also opt out of member services and retain the CRM system. So in general, guys, all of these services are optional, but if you see the value in what you're doing, this can be an incredible thing to do. If you have 400 members, as a, just quick numbers here, I'm going to pull up my calculator because it's Monday. So if you've got 400 members here, and you're paying through Spark Handwritten at $2.25, you're going to spend $900 that year sending out birthday cards. But is $900 worth you not sitting down and spending hours creating these cards, you sitting down and making sure that it absolutely gets on their birthday, gets to them on their birthday or right before their birthday? Are you going to do that? Are you going to pay the postage? Are you going to go to the post office and drop them off? All of these features do require a bit of sweat equity, if you will. If you don't have 400 members, if you have 100 members, 50 members, it might be better for you to go ahead and do it yourself. But for $900 to ensure that each one of your members gets a handwritten birthday card, I think is a phenomenal value. You're going to spend that money. If you had a niece or nephew and you're throwing them a couple bucks here and there, you're probably going to spend more that anyway, because of all the work that they're going to have to do, plus postage, plus getting it in the mail, plus managing your CRM and all that other stuff. So I think the value is there, but if you don't, then you can definitely, remember, you have the option of opting in or opting out at any time, okay? Now, if you've already opted in and your cards are being sent, you will have a bill. You are responsible for that. So please take care of that on behalf of Spark. Spark's going to send that out to you. Please go ahead and get that paid. And then if you want to move forward and say, okay, I think that this is really worth it to me, then by all means continue. If you say, I'm going to go ahead and do this myself, or I don't want my members getting handwritten birthday cards, which by the way are beautiful. I've showed you guys on this on the call in the past, then you can opt out. It's okay to opt out. There's no pressure on any of this, but if you were to do this on your own, you're going to spend $1 more per card. So just wanted to put that out there. I think it's a phenomenal benefit. It's hands-off, it's completely automated, and you'll forget about it. I mean, your members are going to call you and say, thank you so much for the birthday card. And you're like, okay. But talking about growing your book of business, retention, this is huge. When people get birthday cards, especially if they're handwritten, they save them. I used to do handwritten cards myself. And I would go to my members, years later, and they'd still have my handwritten birthday card on their fridge. They kept it. So it's very powerful, very, very powerful. Also, another thing too, and this is just as a byproduct, when you send out these birthday cards, if your members move, you're going to get it returned to you. So now you fix their address, because you can call them and say, hey, look, I sent you a birthday card, but it came back. Oh yeah, I moved. Oh, great. Let me go ahead and update my CRM system, right? So, if all of that value it makes sense to you, then definitely, go for it. I think it's a phenomenal thing to take advantage of, but totally up to you. So just wanted to ensure that you guys knew that there were different layers in the services within Spark, so there's no confusion moving on. Okay, let's talk about events. Events are key and critical as an FMO. And just as a reminder, Health Plan Markets as an FMO is event oriented. FMO stands for Field Marketing Organization, which means that we go out in the field and we create lead generation. If you're not doing events, you are missing out on huge opportunities to continue to grow your business. Now, kudos to all of you that are doing events, especially on a regular basis. You really should be doing 3 to 5 events a week if you are aggressive about growing your book of business. What do these events look like? Well, I'm going to show you this here. Now, just as a heads up, guys, I know some of you are doing events and you might be doing them directly with the carrier. However, we still need to know that you're doing events for 2 reasons. Number one, so we don't call and ask you, hey, would you like to do this other event that's on the same time at the same day? We know where you're at. We know what's going on. We can support you at that event and ensure that you have everything that you need. Number 2, compliance. If there's a compliant issue at one of these events and we had no knowledge that you were doing an event, then we're all going to have egg on our face. Okay. We need to keep track of these events. This is not busy work. We're not trying to keep you busy, but we do need to make sure that we know where you are and what you're doing for Medicare sales and marketing events. Okay. That goes for all partner agencies and agents. Please let us know what events you're doing and what your teams are doing, because if you don't, then we could end up in some serious trouble. Okay. So I'm going to share this form with you. I'm going to go ahead and copy this and drop it into the chat. If you're doing events or you plan on doing events, please save this so you have it. Okay. There you go. There's the link. It's in the chat there. Please make sure that you save it. Now, if you're too busy, if you're just jammed up, if you have tons of events, we do have a bulk upload sheet here, so you can download that, punch in all your events, and then send it over to Cindy, and her email is there. So if you have maybe 10 events that you need to upload, or you have reoccurring events and it just makes sense to create a sheet, we've got a template here, and then you can just email it over to Cindy there. Okay. Now on this sheet, it's going to ask you, your basic information, so we know what's going on, the language that you're performing these events in, the date, time, location, the name of the venue, the contact person there, what type of venue is it? Is it a library? That kind of thing. How many people can it hold? Is it handicap accessible? Will it be advertised? Is this an informal or formal sales event? Here's the descriptions. And these are just some examples of some of the things that you can do. Health fair, Medicare 101s, community tabletops, carrier sales presentations, doctor's offices, food pantries, all sorts of stuff, or other. You can type in what you're doing there. And then if you are working specifically with a carrier, let's say you're doing events with Devoted, you can select Devoted and hit submit. This prevents duplication, and it also helps us all stay on the same page. So for instance, if we're having a meeting with Devoted and they bring up events, then we're on the same page of who's doing what events with which carriers. Okay. So again, if you don't have a lot of time to do this, or you have quite a few events, you can call us, you can email us, and we'll do it for you. Just let us know, get in contact with us, and a sales manager, either Lena or Victor or even Cindy, can help you complete some of these forms. I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page here, because this is a compliant, we need to make sure that you have these filed with the carriers, or if you're doing educational, at least we know what's going on out there. Okay. So thank you for your attention on that. We do want to ensure that, you are protected when you're out there doing events, and, we don't have a boo-boo. So we're at the top of the hour. I do see that there's some questions here. Joe says, if anyone needs some points, please text me. So Joe's got some points for sale there, guys. Well, not for sale, but just work it out with Joe specifically. Those of you that are looking for additional points with the Jamaica trip, and Joe, I'll let Cindy know that you've got some points that you'd like to unload. And anyone that's looking for points to get to the next level or whatever the case might be to get on the trip, you can work that out with Joe. All right. Gail asks, how do we opt in? I need this. This is a big savings. Absolutely, Gail. So just shoot us an email at support@askhpm.com requesting that you'd like to opt into the handwritten cards that we talked about today. And that goes for everyone there. So, if you want to opt into to this service, you can go ahead and just shoot us an email and we'll get you connected with Spark and get you opted in there. Okay. Pretty easy. It doesn't take long. And usually that you can get opted in within 24 hours. So that'll happen. And then again, once a month, you'll receive an invoice from Spark for the amount of cards that were sent out for that past month. Okay. And again, it's a discount on these handwritten cards. It gives you another level of service and it frees you up to do other things. So there it is. Even if it's, kicking back and watching some Netflix just to chill out. So rather than doing those cards. All right. That's it for today. I really do appreciate everyone being on the call live. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything that you need, please call us at 844-696-3975. We do text as well. So if that's easier, you can shoot us a text at the same number, or you can shoot us an email at support@askhpm.com. Thank you guys very much. I hope you all stay safe and warm today. Be good and go out there and help as many people as you can. Have a fantastic day.